Hi, I'm John Barge III, and I'm an artist. I am more of an illustrator, / fine artist. So that was my major at Art Center College of Design, one of the top-ranked schools, and so I didn't know whether or not I wanted to be an illustrator or fine artist. So as an illustrator, I do work, contracted or commission work for public and private commissions, and then fine art is just like, you know, the Picassos, the Degas, that do the actual fine art work where they just do it for sale. You do it for hopefully getting it sold. So everything from sport art to illustrations for children's books. The classes that I teach are actually the sip and paint classes, and they're predominantly for the ladies' night out concept for women. And so the idea is basically to have them sip wine and do art at the same time. So what happens, it's under the title of Picasso and Pinot Noir. So they have another one called Van Gogh or Merlot, you know, sip and sketch, painting with a twist. Well, the idea is actually also to infuse paint, wine paint, into the actual art. So there's no other actual artist house or any artists that are actually infusing paint and wine and coffee actually into the actual paint itself.
I've known John for honestly probably like 20 years. I knew he was an artist all the time, but I've never worked with him. So when we had the opportunity, when he came to our organization, I said, hey, let's do a paint and sip, and he was like, let's do it. I didn't know how talented he was. I saw his art a long time ago, but never really paid attention to it. But I'm telling you, this guy is awesome. His work is exquisite.
John is fabulous, and the class is fabulous, absolutely. I wouldn't be back 7 times. And I've got it marked on my calendar for all the times ahead. He's great, he's absolutely great.
A short documentary of Box Nation, one of the top UK boxing outfits, sports broadcasting companies in the UK, and I was explaining this medium of what I call, it's a new art medium that I came up with, which is eco-raw, sustainable art. And that's basically taking all the edibles, the sustainables around you, and to be able to create art. So I'll use coffee, infused paint, wine, vodka, gold, iron ore, silver, copper, anything. I use your hair if I could. So what I'm doing is creating a niche market, where I'm basically saying that I no longer just use paint, I use other mediums, now separating me from the actual community of these journeyman artists that are trying to find the path. So instead of going around that journey, I'm already seeing the horizon and the big picture. I'm doing my first Guinness World Record attempt is the world's largest citrus painting. And so what it is that Pomona used to be an old citrus city. And so the concept is taking all the citrus fruit species, oranges, tangerines, tangelos, grapefruit, and creating this huge montage painting 10 feet or roughly 50, 60 feet. And basically this was awarded under the city public ordinance of the city at large. You're basically in a position to where you're finding yourself that the real personal you is basically in the ideology of your integrity and your character and who you are as a person. And so it's just the way that I have to present myself to other people. And sometimes it's really through my art. I think in my art it's a voice.
I do a lot of pencil work on portraits. I do a lot of portrait work. I have a certain style to mine where I use the blending technique, and I also use the eraser, so it kind of all works together and gives me my own unique style. I also work with acrylics, different watercolors, a lot of pen work, so it just depends. It's always good to have a unique style this day and age because a lot of people will use the regular, you know, acrylic, watercolor, and so forth. And I know that he uses like techniques with pen and different materials, but he also has that, the coffee and the vodka. So that's really cool. It stands out.
I am also an artist, contracted artist at Donovan's Irish pub and restaurant in downtown Pomona. You know, so the type of art is that every 3 months there's a new mural that goes up. So for about 5 or 6 months out of that, I did about a bunch of Star Wars murals. So now what's up there now is basically Southern Ireland, where the owner's grandmother, her home place, her homestead was in Southern Ireland. So that huge piece is about 10 feet by 20 feet long. And so, like I said, I just go in and it's this ongoing contract for about almost, 2 to 3 years, almost about to be 4 years. And so this is pretty much probably an artist's dream, to have a major historical building that's under historic committee under the city of Pomona. So this is also one of the locations and the sponsors that will be actually funding me to do my first ever Guinness World Record attempt, which was awarded by the city for an artist and city collaboration.